we're going to go ahead and jump into our power rankings. Sheridan, you have a lot of people tuning in to this segment now. Go ahead and jump into your power rankings, man.
Jump into the power rankings. First off, I start from the bottom to the top. I'm going to start off with the Avengers. After the debacle that they pulled the other day, how can we put you anywhere else but the bottom? Had a chance to win a football game the other day, and you guys were on the sideline fighting. I mean, that's all I got to say about that. And I'm sure a bunch of you guys are going to come to me and say, oh, that was him, that was this guy. But thus far this year, you've been nothing but finger pointers. That's all you guys have done. Come off the game after loss, oh, it was this dude's fault, it was that dude's fault. Suck it up, be a team, and finish strong. That was a sucker move the other day. 5, this is going to shock a lot of people, and it's going to hurt my man here's heart. But I'm going to have to put the Horns down there, man. The Horns have shown me no productivity, man. No productivity, no defense. They haven't been in any of the games they've played in yet. They've been thoroughly dominated across the board in both games. That leads me into number 4. Number 4, I'm going to go with the Raiders. Why? Because the Raiders showed that thus far they can be in a football game. They took the Bucs to the limit. Some people will say, yeah, but they've been thrashed every other game. Well, I'm going off what I've seen now, and I saw a team that took a team that we all here think's a pretty decent team. They took them to the limit, scored as many touchdowns as them, and many plays down the stretch, they just couldn't get any extra, bad play calling, an extra point for the Raiders. I don't know who called those plays. Bad play calling, but they played tough, man. And Bucs, I'm going to give y'all a boo for trying to run up the score late in the game. Y'all are calling timeouts with 3 seconds left to try to punch in another touchdown. Come on, man. I was hoping something bad happened, but it didn't.
You and me both.
Yeah, I'm going to go. So that brings me to number 3. The Bucs, a win's a win, so be happy that you didn't lose that game. I'm a coach, and I'll always tell you, it doesn't matter what the score was. If you come out with a W, you did all right. But be that as it may, the problem I thought y'all do have, and that's consistency on offense. You weren't able to score. You scored off of a kickoff return. And I didn't see the first touchdown. I was playing 18 holes of golf. I had a 7 o'clock tee time, so I got there a little bit late. But I got there right at halftime. Y'all were up 7-0. I didn't see that touchdown. Last touchdown y'all scored again was off of a kickoff return. Besides that, didn't do too much. Secondary looked exposed. Lucky. The other guys, man, how many passes can Tyrese throw up with his eyes closed in the triple coverage and have the receiver come down with? Shout out to my boy Paris. I'm mad that you didn't play with us last year. The Rhinos, you were supposed to. Either way, but Raiders made some plays against you guys. But I'm still gonna rank you guys above them because a win is a win. But you guys got a tough challenge coming up this week. Number 2, I'm gonna go with the Titans. Right now, you're a veteran team. You're pulling out wins. You were in a dogfight. Really, you were in a dogfight. And the Avengers, number 6, that block you threw it to take away the go-ahead touchdown, that could have been a different ball game without that play. But that play did happen. Your defense, besides that play, was playing pretty stout. That was a great run by number 10. He must have broke 5 or 6 tackles. It was almost an Ellish type play, actually, that number 10 did make for them. I thought that was a nice run. Number 6 screwed it up, and then he went to the sideline and got into whatever else he got into. But y'all's defense, besides that play, has been stout all year. Defense actually got you guys an only touchdown. Offense is you guys' biggest problem right now. I guess playing the Horns makes everybody feel great. But that was the only game you were able. You looked dominant. The other games I saw you preseason.
I'm not just gonna let you just punk my team like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say anything. I mean, I'm just saying. Go ahead though.
Nah, I gotta throw that out there because Tate's sitting right next to me. I know he's hot, and I know all the long-range aerial shout out, man. I love you guys. You guys can get on track, but right now I just don't see it. Going back to the Titans though, offensively, y'all look back to the way y'all were before the Horns game. Y'all didn't do anything. Y'all scored a touchdown late in that game, which was good. It gave y'all some breathing room and sealed up the game. Kind of. Well, I guess the Avengers fighting each other on the sideline kind of sealed up the game. But be that as it may, that leads me into number 1, and that's the Tigers. And right now, at the beginning of the year, I thought the Tigers' offense was going to be shaky. I thought some teams could play with them. The key to football, and I'll tell anybody this, is consistency. And the Tigers are the only team in this league right now playing consistent football. On offense, they move the ball well. The quarterback's coming along nicely. He dropped a dime on number 80 for the first touchdown of the game. I mean, he put that pass, put perfect amount of touch on it, took it right in. Again,
were you guarding him?
No, he wasn't. It was number 83. I don't know what your name is, but it was you.
But you were guarding him when he got past you and you yanked his face mask though, right?
I didn't yank his face mask. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but I saw.
I didn't yank the face mask though.
Tried to defer that. We talked after the game, and
We
he
did.
told me, and I told him I was gonna show him some love on the show. Your new name is Dirty D
Why?
because of that.
I didn't get called for any flags in that game. I didn't throw no punches. I didn't do nothing like that.
Shout out to the refs. You know, I got love for the zebras, but they're human, just like everybody.
Yeah.
They missed the call. That's all it was. They just missed the call.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I think they were still a little shook up from that cat fight on the sideline. So they just missed the call.
Okay. So Tigers are number one.
Tigers #1, only team playing consistent on both sides of the ball. That defense is fast. Again, only giving up touchdowns late in the game with the second team in when the game's been pretty much wrapped. Actually, not pretty much wrapped up. The game's been wrapped up, and they're giving up touchdowns. And the offensive, like I said, I like the QB. He's been doing all right. He scrambles around a little bit, makes plays. I know they got AC calling the plays now. He did a good job again calling plays against the Longhorns now. Pretty good, man. You do that.
I'm gonna go ahead. That's our official power rankings with Sheridan. I'm gonna go ahead and give my own power rankings where I think teams are at. The Avengers, I gotta put them at number 6 right now. What we saw last week was just garbage. I mean, play on the field, okay, but from what we saw on the sidelines, it was 2 or 3 scuffles that we saw on the sideline, and then dude tried to fight the commission. It's just unacceptable. At number 5, I got the Raiders. I can't put them up at number 4 simply because the team that I have at number 4 is my own team, and we've beaten the Raiders twice already, and we have a game coming up against them here pretty soon. So, but they are coming along. Again, at number 4, I have my team. We have some struggles. Played 2 great defenses the first 2 weeks of the season. We'll get it together. We got some injuries right now. We'll get healed up, and we'll come back even stronger. At number 3, I have the Bucks. Lackluster performance last week. I think they get it together this week, though. Number 2, I got the Titans. I still think they got a lot of work to do on offense. Right now, their primary goal is to run the ball on offense, but I think you also have to go downfield every now and then and have a deep threat to open up everything. At number 1, I got to go with the Tigers. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to all the Tigers who played them. They play tough. They kind of mirror our offense, but they run it a lot better than what we are running it right now. So,
and not to take anything away from them, shout out to Mark and the whole Duville team, but the injury bug is killing y'all. And
yeah.
I hate to make excuses for y'all because I love talking trash about your team.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Horns, and they know it's all love, but y'all are depleted right now. Y'all are thin in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So that's really hurting y'all. And they're healthy. Like they're they have most of their core players there, and they probably play the best team ball out of anybody in the league.
I agree. I definitely agree. Right now, at this point, and for the last, I don't know how many seasons, they've played the most consistent more than anybody else in this league that I've seen. So, shout out to the Tigers. I have them at number 1. Marcel?